I'm live in the Rosedale Court area of Tuscaloosa, just off 10th Avenue. All week long, we're focusing on the recovery efforts of this area and stories of survival and hope from all across the state. Recently, I had an opportunity to sit down for a special one-on-one sit-down interview with Alabama Governor Robert Bentley. I asked the governor exactly what is it like to lead a state through a tragedy like April 27, 2011, and also on a personal level, what it was like to see his own hometown of Tuscaloosa, Alabama, hit by such a horrific storm. Here's part one of that special interview. What do you remember? What are some defining moments that, when you think of April 27th, those first few things that pop into your mind?
I just remember the people. I remember how difficult it was as we crossed the state. I remember having to go to Montgomery and have a national press conference at the same time that the tornado was hitting Tuscaloosa, and not knowing what was happening to my family here in Tuscaloosa. 3 of my children and their families were all here, and I had to be on national television. We had a press conference going on basically at the same time. And I had to go on as the governor, but still worrying about my own family here in Tuscaloosa and how difficult that was.
Even though these storms impacted the whole state, Tuscaloosa was one of the most hard-hit areas. It had to be difficult for you to see that from your town, to see your own town and your own home just devastated.
Well, you know, it really did, and when we came back, it was very emotional that day after it occurred, and I came back here. It was very emotional to see what had happened to Tuscaloosa. But then, as I traveled over all of the rest of the state, I saw the same thing everywhere I went, and I listened to the same stories, and I heard from. We visited over 30 counties. Over the next few days, and we went to every county that was hit by a tornado, and it took us several days to reach all of those. And you know, there were places in the state that actually were hit harder than Tuscaloosa. We had an EF4 tornado here. That's about 190 mile-an-hour winds. There were 2 EF5 tornadoes, one up around Hackleburg and Phil Campbell, and then there was one up in DeKalb County that was an EF5 tornado.
Were there any moments where you thought, I don't have the answer, I don't know what to do next? Well,
you know, you have to rely on your, like I say, on my past life experiences, my military experiences, being a doctor, running emergency rooms before I became a dermatologist. I mean, all those taking care of problems and putting together a team to manage this situation that we knew we were in. We needed help from the federal government, but we told the federal government, we told FEMA now that I'm in charge, the governor's in charge, we want you to come in, and we hope that you will come in. But we also knew that we had to put things in place to make sure everything ran smoothly across the state.